This is a film about using calendar Hamilton girders for the successful restoration of Bridge number 7, located over the Bonam River in Orissa. The Bonam River flows from east to west and passes through northern Orissa and finally merges into the Hirakud Reservoir. It crosses the railway line joining Jharsuguda to Sambalpur between kilometers 521 by 10 and kilometers 522 by 10. The Bonam Railway Bridge at this location comprised of 6 spans of 30.5 meter plate girders and 5 piers. In the early morning of 17th July 2001, the water level under the bridge rose and crossed the danger mark at about 1 a.m. The stationary patrolman posted at the bridge site informed the station master of the nearby stations Lapanga on the Sambalpur side and Brandamal on the Jharsuguda side. He described the dangerous conditions prevailing at the bridge site. Hence, train number 8690, which was scheduled to pass the bridge at about 0500 hours, was stopped at the man-level crossing between Lapanga station and the bridge at about 0458 hours. And a potential disaster was averted just in time. After personal inspection, the assistant engineer of the Sambalpur section declared the bridge unsafe and closed it till further orders. The next morning, by about 1100 hours, it was confirmed that 3 plate girders and 1 pier were washed away. It also became evident that about 800 meters of approach bank on the Brandamal side had been completely washed away, leaving the track in hanging position at several points. Without being demoralized by the scale of devastation inflicted by the fury of nature, the railway engineers once again arose to the challenge. And living up to the railway's tradition of prompt disaster management, they plunged themselves in the task of restoring the bridge within the shortest possible time. The daunting part of the challenge was the critical task of selecting the ideal restoration method that was capable of addressing the peculiarity of damage and the prevailing site conditions. The second, third, and fourth plate girders and pier number 3 were washed away, leaving a yawning gap of 64 meters and 30.5 meters. 1 span of 30.5 meters on Brandamal side and 2 spans of 30.5 meters on Lapanga end were intact. The depth of water was still about 4 meters and showed no immediate sign of receding. Erection of a temporary pier in place of the washed-away pier number 2 was out of question, as another spell of heavy rains could not have been ruled out. Possibility of temporary piles using the pile driving equipment to support plate girders was also ruled out because of the existence of rock at shallow depth below bed level. Use of calendar Hamilton spans was the third option. Therefore, under the leadership of the Principal Chief Engineer of the South Eastern Railway, the project team zeroed in on the ideal restoration scheme and decided to restore the bridge by using calendar Hamilton spans.